everyone. Making this video, it's kind of been a long time coming, but since YouTube has activated their membership program to people under 1,000 subs, I've been looking at trying to figure out how to most effectively use that program to support Duckpins Forever. Essentially, we've been using mostly Ko-Fi and donations I get from people by hand to help pay some of the bills, but in total it's not all adding up. We're kind of low on some funds right now, especially after buying a whole bunch of equipment recently. So we're kind of looking to figure out how to best support this effort in the long term, and the YouTube membership program seems to be the best way for us for now to be able to get more stable funding to support our endeavors. So for FYI, the Ko-Fi account's still going to be around if you don't want to be on. If you just want to occasionally donate to us and help us out, you can still do the Ko-Fi. What we're hoping for is that this membership program will allow us to pay back some of the bills and get up a nice little fund, for emergency fund for equipment, based on the stuff we've bought recently, and if anything breaks down eventually, which it all eventually does, but nice to have that fund, that emergency rainy day fund. Help to start paying some of our volunteers. We have a lot of people who have come in and helped us out on our live streams, particularly when we're doing like the double streams and such. It'd be nice to at least be able to pay for some of these people's lunch and some time and just some gas money for supporting us. We'd like to be able to pay to have more travel for events up north. After this year, I've pretty much said I'm willing to go up probably once a year, but if the money works out, I can probably do twice a year. It was kind of a lot out of me to go up twice, to be honest with you, especially with all the travel I do for work already. So I'm aiming for at least once a year, and if the money works out, twice a year. And in the future, one thing I'd like to do with Duckpins Forever is start sponsoring prize pools, some bowlers, and some teams in leagues and tournaments and such. If we can get the money to be an amount that makes sense to be able to do that, I'd like to be able to do that. Help just put the money back into the sport, really. If I don't need it, give it to somebody else who could use it for some other purpose. Yep. So, what exactly is memberships going to look like? So there's going to be two tiers. The first tier is kind of your I'm going to call it standard YouTube tier. Going to cost $5 a month. It's going to give you loyalty badges. So essentially what that is, it's a little mark next to your name that tells everyone that you are a member, and tells everyone how long you've been a member. You're going to have access to custom emojis, which we'll get to that later. We'll talk about that, but we'll talk about that at the end. Members only polls. So occasionally I've asked some of our regular donators their opinions on things to see which direction is probably best to take Duckpins Forever. So if you become a member of one of our two tiers, you'll have a voice when we have situations like that come up where we're trying to figure out which direction we need to take things. And lastly, you'll get member shoutouts. So at the end of each video, each uploaded video I do, I'll have a little patron page that's basically going to call out everyone who's been donating to us, and you'll be in there forever as long as Duckpins Forever is still on YouTube. The other tier is the Duckpins Forever Bowling Pro tier. So this will be $10 a month. It will have all of the same perks that you have at the Bowling Enjoyer tier, but you will also get access to the entire library of Duckpins Forever Classic Archives. Library of Duckpins Forever Classic Archive. That's probably an oxymoron, right? Yeah, we'll go with it. So, let's kind of explain what exactly our Classic Archives is going to be here. So, first off, need to thank Chris Roth and Harry Cobbleton. I'm bad at pronunciations. Thank you both for donating everything that you had to us so I can start digitizing all of this. All of the current videos I have are either on VHS or U-matic tape decks. So for you Zoomers there who have no idea what a VHS tape is, this is a VHS tape. This particular one is a promo video. for championship bowling. Essentially, they would make these and pass these around the studios to see if they were interested in actually showing the video content for championship bowling. So it's a short video, but it's a very, very, very famous moment on this video that I hadn't seen beforehand, but I had heard of, and I didn't know that there was a recording of. So I'm trying to get this one up. This was actually the one I was going to try to upload first, but I ran into copyright issues. The music that they used for championship bowling came from a studio, and I managed to find that studio, and I'm trying to work out the copyright details on that. It was interesting to find, because this video is probably from the late 80s, and someone actually still had copyright on that music, and it all digitally up, and I could find it pretty easily. Pneumatic tape might be something a lot of you have never seen before. So this is a pneumatic tape for a duckpin magic show. This is an original studio master. So TV studios would record these and put them on pneumatic tape decks for ever, as long as the tape was around. So the tapes look similar to VHS, but they're much higher quality. I don't know if they're actually as long. They're probably not as long, but the quality on these videos is actually very good. The problem with these is, unless you worked in TV studios, you've never seen a pneumatic tape recorder, player, any of it. They were fairly uncommon otherwise. And the one that I have, which I'll show later in the video, I've opened up and looked inside of it. Probably the second most complex electronic device I've ever looked inside. I wanted to make sure that the thing was in decent shape, and it was. There were a couple issues that I don't think are going to be problems, but managed to get it working, and it's all good. And I'll demonstrate that a bit later. So, contents on some of these videos. So I have full episodes of Championship Bowling. Those are mostly on VHS. I have full episodes of Duckpin Magic, and I think I have quite a few of those. And I know Duckpin Magic has been uploaded a few times on YouTube. The quality that I have on the Studio Masters is significantly higher than what's already on there. And being upscaled through my upscaler, they actually look amazing. It's almost DVD quality how good they look. So I'm really looking forward to getting some of these Studio Masters digitized and put up. They're going to be fantastic. Some of the other videos I have some home recordings of DPBA Pro Tour events and some Pro League events. So on Thursday, one of what I have uploaded, one of what I'm going to upload is going to be I believe it's 81 Greenway East 81. It's a home recording of the entire ladder for, well, it's edited. It's been cut up a good bit, but it shows the entire ladder from that 81 Greenway East tour. And surprise to me when I came to the end of it, there's a big surprise if you come to the end of it. Someone on the ladies tour at Greenway East in 81 won her first ever stop there. And it is someone very well known in the duckpin community, and I'll leave that as a surprise to people who watch it, because it surprised me, and it was a pretty major event at the time apparently. Also, I have promotional videos. That's actually what this tape is. This is a promotional video, as I said before, and I have some other kind of home recordings. They seem mostly to be interviews and demonstrations of how to work in some of the equipment. So, like, for example, when they first installed electronic scoring at Mount Airy, Joe Rainier actually does like a little demonstration of how it works, and I imagine back in the early 90s that was real fancy, like, especially for like a duckpin bowling house, let alone a 10-pin house. Alright, moving on. So, some ground rules onto what exactly is going to be at Classic Archives. So, I'm going to be doing an upload basically once every other week. They'll be up Thursdays at 8 p.m. I can't say it'll be up every other week, but it'll be about every other week. My plan is I'm off every other Friday, so I can work on it every other Friday, so you'll see it up the following week after that on Thursday. So you'll see one next week, and you'll see one the following week because I'm going to be off both these Fridays. So whenever I'm off a Friday, you'll see an episode. You'll see an episode the following week. That's how it's going to work. The uploads are probably going to be no more than an hour. And if they are more than an hour, I'm probably going to break them up into multiple parts. Logically, I won't like break up the middle of a game. 1 out of every 4 episodes will be free for non-members to watch. If you do not want to be a member of the Duck Pins Forever channel, I'm not going to force you, and you still will be able to watch some of the content that we put up. But if you want to see everything, you'll have to be a member. So 1 out of 4 episodes will be free for non-members. The rest will be members only. Since I don't know Harry particularly well, I don't know how interested he would have been in putting stuff behind the paywall effectively. So I'm going to make all of his stuff free. That'll be the first batch of stuff that I'm going to be putting up. I've already talked to Chris Roth about it, and he's fine with me putting stuff behind members only paywall. So that'll be kind of the first batches of content that you're going to see. So all the free stuff will be mostly Harry's content, while most of the members only stuff will be most of Chris's content. Eventually we'll probably run out of stuff that Harry gave me. I'm not quite sure how much stuff is on Harry's stuff, because so like I have one video that I'm going through right now that actually just has multiple events on it, and I have no idea how many events are on it. So we'll just go through that tape until we've gone through everything on it. But I suspect Chris has significantly more content than Harry does, so eventually it'll all be most of the stuff Chris Roth has donated. Also, the free episodes, I'm going to make YouTube premieres. Figured why not. So Thursday at 8 p.m., if it's a free episode, it'll be a YouTube premiere. Essentially, that's like a recorded live show. So you watch it as though it's live, and there's a live chat window that everyone can talk in and have some fun and relive some of the memories that are going to be put up there. Lastly, custom emojis. So as I said before, one of the perks of becoming a member is the custom emojis. I don't know how to make my own emojis. Well, actually I do. I'm pretty lazy and not particularly good at it. So let's have an emoji contest, I figure. So if you are interested in having your own emoji for Duck Pins Forever, send it to us on our Facebook page. Just shoot us a message. You could be one of the first batch that we get. Make sure that you include a name for the emoji. I don't want to have someone send me an emoji with no name and I have to call it something that you don't like. Give it your own name. Let me know. Also remember that these are going to be in chat windows, so they're basically going to be about the size of a few letters. So don't make anything that's too fancy that no one's going to be able to see. If you want to do a multi-part emoji, so essentially 2 emojis side by side, Twitch chat loves to do this. So you like have it's basically one big emoji, but it's in two sections. Feel free to send those, and if we have enough space in our limitations, we have enough spots essentially to put up emojis, we might just accept the multi-part emoji. So feel free to go ahead and submit those if you like. And supported formats, if you know what emoji is, you know some of those details. If you have any questions regarding the memberships and how this is all going to work out, ask me, let me know. I'll do my best to answer your questions, and we can move forward from there. So lastly, I'm going to do a quick little walkthrough of my current setup for digitizing and kind of give you, I think I'll go ahead and put this U-matic tape deck in, because I can't imagine many of you have seen a U-matic tape deck. It's just like a VHS player, but way more fancy and way more expensive. So, be right back. Alright everyone, so this is my little testing station. This connects back to my computer, but for now I have it connected up to my adorable little 14-inch CRT TV. Just for testing purposes, I can test to see if the video works before I start hooking everything up to my computer and start working on digitizing. So I'm going to go through a quick little demonstration here, show you how it all works. Got to turn everything on. The power switch right here. Actual physical switch, not a button. You can hear it spin up. You heard it come on TV. So this is our Duck Pins Magic episode. So I'm going to pull this out. and it goes right in the slot here. I am right-handed, so putting this in is a pain. And it pulls it in itself. So, one of the things I first found out about these is you actually need to fast forward them before you play them. They will not play if you do not fast forward first. So I need to fast forward a few minutes before I hit play. Because every time I tried to play it, it locked up in standby mode. And I had to restart the device and then hit stop. Alright, let's see if it plays. Sounds good. Oh, and there's the screen pop. And I don't think I fast forward far enough. So we'll hit search until it goes a little bit further. Yeah, sometimes you have to go like about 5 minutes ahead. I think this one's like probably 5:30, I imagine. So it just kind of got to go zooming on through. I'm probably just going to fast forward. Okay, I'm going to speed this up for you guys. There we go.
We just started a couple months ago, and we bowled real well that tournament. He bowls his leagues out of Pikesville, Fairlanes at Pikesville.
So, as you can see, the quality on my TV on this is actually just insane, especially like on a composite line. This isn't even a component line, because I think you could do S-video on these, but I think an S-video U-matic player is actually incredibly rare. I don't know how I would set that up, but as it says here, this is Duckpin's Magic from Fairlanes PG. I could not tell you what year it is. I'd have to look it up. I'd have to go to the end and see what the results were, and then compare it to the Pro Tours results to see what exactly it is I'm watching. But yeah, this is at Fairlanes and PG if you haven't seen it. And like I said, the quality of this video is beyond imagination. I didn't even have to touch the tracking device. It is like perfectly natural. I'm just in awe of how good this looks. Compared to how poor some of the VHS tapes in my life. I go, wow, okay, that's the 4 I take out of that. But yeah, I'm just in awe of how great this looks, and I hope when I get these up, and this will probably be the first thing that I put up on the paid side for people to watch. I'm just in awe of how good this looks. I couldn't be more pleased with how well this tape and this tape deck are. It just amazes me. But anyway, that'll be it for now. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording, and I'll see you all around. Again, everyone, this is a labor of love. If you don't want to be a member, you don't have to be a member, but I wholly welcome you guys to be members, so that way I can continue doing this, and I hope this is all content that the whole community can enjoy, because I imagine a lot of this is stuff that no one has seen in at least 30 years. So this is a little hobby of mine that I've turned into something that I'm hoping everyone enjoys. So thank you all for all of you who do subscribe, and even thank you all to all you who donate to the Ko-Fi. And I hope to see you around in future events we do, and I hope you enjoy all of this content, because it is so much content. Thank you, and goodbye.